Here are some factors to consider as you begin planning your autumn schedule. What is the first thing to consider when building a schedule? A good starting point is deciding whether you want to take 3 classes or 4 classes. 3 classes constitutes a full course load, but oftentimes students want or need to take a 4th class. Some reasons you might consider taking a 4th class are if you need to fit in certain courses or prerequisites for your prospective majors, if you're interested in starting on more of your core requirements, or if your study habits are more conducive to a busier course load.
How do I know if 3 classes or 4 classes is right for me this quarter? When considering 3 versus 4 courses, in addition to thinking about what prerequisites you need to consider, you should also think about other factors that affect course load, such as an outside job or extracurricular obligations. If you are a member of a varsity sports team that has an autumn season, you might consider taking 3 in autumn and adding a 4th in the following quarter. If you aren't sure whether you want to take 3 or 4, plan on taking 4. You can always change your schedule once you get on campus.
Will I receive credit for AP or IB tests? You can view the AP and IB test and scores that award credit on the examination credit section of the course catalog. Please make sure that you've submitted your scores to the University of Chicago by July 31st. The courses that you decide to take in your first quarter might be influenced by the credit you've earned from your AP or IB scores, especially from math and science. While you may use a variety of AP or IB exams to satisfy requirements, keep in mind that all students must complete at least 3,800 units by course enrollment.
After deciding on 3 or 4 classes and applying test scores, what's the next step? Now let's start building a possible schedule. Since all incoming first years have to take a humanities sequence, the first thing you should do is pick 3 different Hume sequences that interest you, and then 3 different sections that would fit in with your schedule. Once you've chosen your humanities sequence, you should figure out what courses you should take depending on your area of interest and potential major. So for example, if you're considering math, physics, or the sciences, a pre-med program, or some of the social sciences, you'll definitely need to take calculus. This is a good place to start. You can find out if your prospective major requires calculus by looking it up on the college catalog. Access the catalog by going to collegecatalog.uchicago.edu and then click on the Program of Study page and then select your prospective major. Once you've determined whether you should take calculus, request the appropriate course based on your placement. More information on math placement and accreditation can be found on the orientation website. Now you can use the catalog to figure out if your major needs a specific physical or biological science requirement, such as chemistry or physics. And if so, your next step should be selecting appropriate course and level. For the rest of your courses, refer to your pre-registration questionnaire worksheet. You can also decide on a social science sequence, a biology class, or language courses. In order to find out what sections are offered when for any class, you can search through the course search site, accessible through your MyUChicago portal. When on course search, you can search by course name, number, or filter by different core requirements. Your college advisor is a resource for you once you arrive on campus. You'll have an opportunity to meet with your advisor during orientation week, where you'll be able to discuss these and other questions. We look forward to getting to know you over these next 4 years.